We are expecting not just a little bit of rain, but a little bit more than a little bit. But you know what, Justin? This is our winter right here.
That's some science right there. A little bit more than a little bit.
A little bit more than a little bit.
Got it.
But it's not going to be a lot.
No, about a quarter of an inch if we're lucky.
But every little bit helps.
Hey, it's so true because the last, honestly, 4 or 5 years have been rough. And so it's good to start 2024 off on the right foot and get some rain back in here. I want to show you a picture on our KSAT Connect. This is pretty cool. You see those wavy clouds there in the distance? We talked about this, I guess it's been about a month ago. We had some of these clouds. They're asperatus clouds, and they form when there's some turbulence going on. You have the right conditions, but they look cool. And they look like, ocean waves there in the sky. That's a great shot of it. We got a couple more in our KSAT Connect. That was over I-35, by the way. We appreciate you sending that in. And as we look at the radar right now, starting to see a little more action developing now in parts of Uvalde and Medina counties. And this is working its way towards San Antonio. Even a little shower now developing there on the northwest side, right over Six Flags, Fiesta, Texas. And then you got some showers here across parts of Guadalupe, moving up into Comal County, seeing a couple of showers. So yes, the activity is starting to pick up, and I suspect we'll see better odds at rain a little bit later today. Now, this is going to help with the pollen count. As we showed you earlier, mountain cedars at 6,540, down from over 20,000 yesterday. We could actually see the cedar in the area. It was awful. This rain's going to wash some of that out, hopefully, and we'll see those numbers, if all goes as planned, a little bit lower tomorrow. We're going to talk more about rain chances. There are more coming up, and what temperatures look like as we head towards the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Japan not only endured a large earthquake over the holiday weekend, it was also the scene of this dramatic plane crash. 2 planes smashed into each other over Tokyo.
ABC's Im Wynn tells us that 5 people are confirmed dead from that collision.
A terrifying scene at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. A Japan Airlines plane erupting into flames after it collided with a Japan Coast Guard aircraft on the runway. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida says all 379 on board the passenger plane, including 8 children, are expected to be okay. They were evacuated before the plane was engulfed in flames. But at least 5 people on the second aircraft were killed, only the captain making it out alive. NHK reports that crew was preparing to fly to Nagata, Japan for earthquake relief en route to deliver supplies to the affected region. The quake's death toll reaching at least 49, with dozens still trapped under rubble. Fire teams at Haneda worked feverishly to extinguish the flames that streaked across the runway.
The plane completely disintegrated, but it is remarkable that not a single one of those passengers was hurt or killed in that collision.
The JAL passenger flight was landing at Haneda from Hokkaido. Experts say the plane, an Airbus A350, is a total loss, but is a testament to how newer commercial planes are designed to ensure all on board can evacuate within 90 seconds. The incident, a rare one, with experts saying Japan Airlines holds an impeccable safety record.
The airplane did its job here. What we think what happened is that this was pilot error. Somebody, probably on the Japanese Coast Guard side, taxied onto that active runway when they weren't supposed to.
Now, Japanese safety officials will start a lengthy investigation into what caused the collision. The condition of the surviving captain of that Coast Guard plane remains unclear. Im Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
It's been a holiday month of wheezing and coughing, according to the CDC. The week before Christmas, more than 29,000 people were hospitalized with COVID-19. Another 15,000 were admitted for the flu, and thousands more had RSV. Wastewater analysis shows that more COVID-19 in the environment this year than last year at this time. COVID hospitalizations jumped 17% in just 1 week in December. RSV slowing down in some parts of the country, but still showing elevated hospitalization rates. One reason respiratory illnesses are up may be that vaccination levels are low. Experts recommend vaccinations and masks to help prevent getting sick.
Insulin becoming more affordable for millions of diabetics. The most widely prescribed insulin in the U.S. will be capped at $35 a month for many patients. In 2023, the nation's two other major insulin manufacturers also reduced their insulin prices. About 8.5 million Americans rely on insulin to survive. As many as 25% of patients haven't been able to afford their medicine.
It is 2024, which means senior citizens will now be seeing an increase in Social Security benefits. The Social Security Administration announcing earlier this fall that seniors will receive an annual cost of living adjustment of 3.2% beginning this month. That comes out to about $50 more a month. This is the third year in a row for a bump in payments, but it comes as a result of inflation. It is, however, much smaller of an increase compared to the past 2 years.
A former President Donald Trump's legal team is expected to appeal the decision that removed him from the 2024 primary ballots in Colorado and Maine. That is according to a source familiar with plans, which could happen as soon as today. The decision to take Trump off the ballot based on the 14th Amendment, which says officials who have, quote, engaged in insurrection are disqualified from holding office. However, Trump has never been convicted of insurrection, nor has he even been charged of insurrection. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu is among those who says Trump's removal from the ballots could allow the former president to play the, quote, victim card. Sununu has endorsed South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley in the GOP primary, saying she can, quote, beat him in all 50 states. A federal appeals court rejected Michael Cohen's attempt to revive his lawsuit against former President Donald Trump. Cohen's Trump's former lawyer and fixer accuses Trump of retaliating against him for promoting a book critical of the former president. He says Trump, former Attorney General Bill Barr, and other officials violated his constitutional rights when he was thrown back into prison after criticizing Trump. Today's ruling upheld a lower court ruling against Cohen, saying Supreme Court precedent prevents him from pursuing damages for his claims. The appeals court said Cohen was able to quickly get an injunction releasing him from prison to home confinement, an action sufficient to meet his claims.
The U.S. population starts the new year slightly larger than 2023. According to the Census Bureau, there were 335,893,238 people in the country at midnight New Year's Day. That's just over 0.5 percentage point increase from New Year's Day 2023. Officials say the combination of births, deaths, and migration will result in new additions to the U.S. population roughly every 24 seconds. The projected world population starts the new year off with just over 8 billion people. You can keep up to date with the Census Bureau's population clock. It has simulated real-time growth numbers for populations all across the globe.
A local effort could help with a national issue as hospitals look to fill more nursing positions.
The new year also bringing new laws. We're going to take a look at some of the new rules we'll have to abide by.
The nursing shortage here in the United States may be getting an infusion from across borders.
Tiffany Huertas with a new collaboration with Alamo Colleges that could bolster the need for nurses in our hospitals.
Tech Milenio en México y Alamo Colleges en San Antonio, Texas, se han unido para crear un programa educativo en línea.
This video introduces the launch of the International Nursing Pathway by Alamo Colleges District and Tech Milenio, a university in Mexico.
It's a groundbreaking collaboration because it allows for professionals from one country to practice their profession in another country. And you can think about the endless possibilities regionally for partnerships with Mexico and with other countries, perhaps, for solving workforce gaps.
The online program is designed to train qualified nurses from Mexico. It prepares them to take and pass the NCLEX exam, a mandatory requirement to begin the journey to become a registered nurse in the U.S.
They need to have a good level of English because they will have to pass very soon the NCLEX examination. They will have to be graduated from a nurse, and they have to have their license in Mexico.
Alejandra Bueno, International Programs Executive Director for Alamo Colleges District, explains the curriculum.
All the green parts are developed by Tech Milenio here, and then we come with the other competencies. like ethics, healthcare law and regulations, healthcare professional digital badge.
The educational institutions have also partnered with Methodist Healthcare System to provide job opportunities.
They will have to pass the NCLEX examination, and then they're going to have an online interview. If the employer, in this case the Methodist, wants to employ them, they're gonna get their visa, they're gonna come here.
Currently, about 20 students are part of this program, and they hope to add more in the future. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
The new year means new laws. A new slate of Texas laws now in effect after last summer's legislative session.
One of the biggest changes is for programs that focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. The state will no longer allow public colleges and universities to have DEI offices.
Another change has to do with property tax relief. Texas homeowners and businesses will potentially get thousands of dollars cut from their property tax bills. The $18 billion property tax cut package lowers school district property taxes, which makes up a large share of a landowner's bill.
And another new law cracks down on vaping for minors. Businesses can no longer use cartoon characters, celebrities, or images of candy in their marketing to sell e-cigarettes. It will now be a Class B misdemeanor if they are caught. And finally, HOAs, property owners associations, must now have a transparent policy on how they give violations to owners. HOAs will have to send each property owner a copy of their policy and post them online.
New year starting off wet in San Antonio. That's good.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of rain coming down, and we're starting to see more develop on radar. So far today, we've only hit 47 for a high. Below this morning, 44. So there's not a lot of movement in the temperature, and there won't be going into the afternoon. So it stays pretty chilly. Averages are 63 and 41. The records are 86. That was a hot year, 2006, and 15, set back in 1979. We'll take another look at the radar for you coming up.
Perfect timing.
It is. And you know, we were all remarking, since we had so much time off over the holiday weekend, to notice how green San Antonio has become in December. I mean, you got to love Texas winter.
We have not had a lot of cold weather, that's for sure, especially compared to the last couple of years, right? Because we had some really cold temperatures and cold stretches. So far, so good. We are headed into our coldest time of the year. You look at January 1st, you look at the averages, 63 and 41. By the end of the month, we actually do start warming up a little bit, at least on average, 65 and 42 are the averages. But January can present all sorts of temperatures. We've seen a record high of 89. That was on January 30th, 1971. And we hit our all-time record low of 0 back on January 31st, 1949. So we can go just about anywhere with regards to temperatures, especially if we get one of those big fronts. I'll tell you, there are not a lot of big fronts in the forecast. We've mostly just had some systems that have come in from the Pacific and created some rain, and that's okay. It is a little chilly today, but it is one of those systems that's coming in from the west that's helping to produce now a little bit more rain on the radar. So let's zoom in a little bit closer here on Medina County, because this is one of the areas that is starting to get a little more consistent rain. Hondo expects some showers to be moving in soon. You could see some brief downpours here. You see some of those oranges and yellows around Concan. It's a little bit heavier rain. We're not detecting any lightning strikes or anything like that. We do have the lightning detector on. Not yet, but I do think we could see a few lightning strikes, especially as these get a little bit closer to I-35 and as the afternoon moves on. And as I say that, we did get one lightning strike there right near Lakey. So we are starting to see a little bit of thunderstorm activity here just to the east of Lakey near Vanderpool and close to Lost Maple State Natural Area. So again, expect this activity to pick up. It will move a little bit closer to San Antonio here in the coming hours, and we'll see some more wet weather as these showers progress east. Let me fast forward to 5 o'clock today, and it still shows these showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder right over San Antonio. So the evening commute is going to be a wet one. And again, we could pick up 1/4 of an inch, maybe a 1/2 inch in some isolated spots. It's not going to be a ton of rain, but by 8 o'clock, it consolidates even more. Our eastern counties are going to see the highest rainfall totals because these storms and showers get a little bit heavier as they push east. Then by 9, 10 o'clock, they're starting to move out of our area, and we'll still be left with some, I think, fog tomorrow morning, some cloud cover. It'll be off and on, the clouds tomorrow, but there's enough there to Probably keep temperatures pretty cool on Wednesday too. So we may be looking at 50s for highs tomorrow. Rain chances today, they do begin to step up. So I'd say between 2 and 6 o'clock, you're talking about a 60 to maybe 70% chance for rain. And then it's the evening hours where I have the highest rain chances before, say, 10 o'clock when we start to bring rain chances back down. High temperatures today. Yeah, these numbers aren't moving much. 50 at best here in San Antonio, but most everyone else will be in the 40s. And that's where we sit right now. 46 and cloudy, east-northeasterly winds at about 9. Again, there is a bit of a wind chill out there. Feels like 41 here in town. 43 in Rio Medina, 40 in Kerrville. It's definitely a chilly day. And there's a satellite picture. The clouds have got us socked in here. We're not going to see any sun. And you see those showers beginning to build out ahead of our upper level low, which we can see very nicely here on water vapor spinning. And it's quickly moving east. So we're getting that lift out ahead of it. And yeah, that's the shower activity that we're seeing right now. 70% chance today. 58 Wednesday, 59 Thursday. We could see fog both days. Then we get our next storm system coming in, and that brings some rain Thursday night into Friday morning. 63 on Friday. The weekend, we salvage a good weekend. 66 Saturday, 68 Sunday. And then another storm system brings some rain chances. In this case, maybe some thunderstorms on Monday before a front comes through and cools us down by the middle part of next week. We'll be right back.
This is how Smart SA Live is. It's cold, it's wet, it's rainy, and what are they serving for lunch?
Chili. And that really made me think I need to make a big pot of chili.
I think David watches you in the morning.
I know.
Of course we do.
Of course we do. We
Yes,
don't.
they do. I know. So anyway, yeah, I mean, we have got the perfect thing, like you said, for this cold, wet kind of a day.
Oh, yes. And joining us right now is Sandra Hasso of Los Sabrosos. And of course, the rodeo is coming up, the Vaquero Cook-Off. Why is this event important to you?
This event, I think, is important to me because of the way it represents the Hispanic heritage community and the way that we are able to give back through the rodeo. You know, educational scholarships.
And this is the reigning world champion Vaquero Cook-Off team. We're going to hear about that and a big discount for you if you want to enter. All right, January 1st.
That's right. So it's time for those New Year's resolutions. Go ahead, scan that QR code and let us know what yours is if you have one.
Maybe it's to start working out. Jen is over at In Balance. Hey, Jen.
Yes, I always get this assignment, right? To send me out here to work out. That's a lot of people's resolution. I have hope with Imbalance Studios. And tell me about this Pilates machine here.
Yes, so we are going to show you some exercises on the different Pilates equipment that we have. This Aubrey right here is on the Pilates Reformer. We have the chair. So I love these pieces of equipment because they're totally scalable. No matter if you're a beginner, we're going to show you beginner exercises, advanced exercises. If you're more athletic, you want more rehabilitative exercises, it's endless.
Endless. All right, we're going to show you 3 workouts using these machines. Stay with us.
A lot of folks like to give up alcohol for the month of January, and we've got some great mocktails from the Hayden.
Oh, yes. And if you want to check out some really great tea that has incredible benefits for you, Relent is here.
That and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. First show of the new year.